Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica Jane. I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, what are some low-value traits of women? Well, so I'm glad you asked, because that's what I'm going to go over. Today's the 10 signs that she is not a worthy woman of you. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear all the reasons why the women you're going after probably aren't even worth it, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so there's a lot of these. I hate when I have like 10 fucking things listed, but that's what the Google search terms say. Y'all are interested in a 10 things. So let's get started. The first one is she's entitled as fuck. You guys have heard me say this time and time and time again. If she is a woman who thinks that because she is a pussy possessing person that she is entitled to your money, your time, your attention, your adoration, fuck that bitch. Sadly, I know too many women who are like this, that just because they got the you need to treat her like a fucking queen, like a fucking princess. She deserves the world. Like there's no other person on the planet with a pussy. Which then leads me to number 2. The women who are usually like this are actually man haters. If you hear her saying things like, oh my god, men are so stupid, or even, oh my god, all men lie and cheat. Granted, you might be guilty of saying all this shit about women, to which I would say you are a low-value man. But any woman that can overgeneralize about men is gonna have the same exact sentiments towards you. And that's just not fair, and that's just not worth it, so just pass on that bitch. Number 4 is something that's overlooked at a lot. She doesn't speak up to you. Maybe she says things like, well, all my friends agree with me that X, Y, Z. Or even, no, it's fine, I'm totally fine. Women who aren't vocal about what's really going on for them, that can't really speak to their insecurities and their vulnerabilities, or even feel comfortable enough and open enough with themselves to let you in that regard, those are women who are capable of two-timing, and you can toss that bitch right out. Or ask her, I'm not here to hate on women either. I'm just saying if you notice this pattern of 1, 2, and 3 so far, she's not worth it. Number 5 is the exact opposite spectrum, which is she's overly critical. I've had so many girlfriends over the years just blah, blah, blah about how much their man sucks. I have a girlfriend who's like, oh my god, I try to cheer him on anytime he does good so that he keeps doing good because he's so fucking stupid. Like, oh my god, if this girl always has something to fucking say to you and never has anything nice to say about you, doesn't notice all the wonderful qualities about you, doesn't make you feel good about yourself, but you're never enough, back the fuck away and find another female. Number 6 is she plays the pussy card. This is a little bit like the women who are super entitled as fuck, like they think that, you gotta treat them like a princess just because they walk through the door. These are the women that feminists cringe at. The women who are like, no, men should always pay. Always. Or even, I slap my boyfriend all the fucking time because whatever, I'm a girl, he's a guy, he could take it. Any woman that exploits your differences, our beautiful differences between one another, and uses it to her advantage and your disadvantage, low value. What more can I say about that? God, these are depressing. Number 7 is she's great to other people, but to you, she's a piece of shit. I feel like we see this a lot in families where we'll treat our family members like shit, but we'll be so fucking good to complete strangers or our friends even. We tend to hurt the people we love the most, which is, such an awful thing. But if you notice this pattern in her where she just shits on you and is so wonderful and accommodating and gracious and giving and supportive of other people, things that she hasn't and won't give to you, that to me is a two-faced bitch, and she best be gone. Number 8 is she talks so much shit about the people she loves and is closest to in her life. Now, granted, when women feel comfortable enough with you, we are going to open up. But if the people she loves the most are the people she's most naggy about, or bitter, or critical, or judgmental about, that's gonna translate over to you. She's probably talking shit to those people about you. Again, two-faced chicks, that is not the way to go. Which then brings me to the next one, which is she talks shit about all her exes. Now, I heard this in an episode of General Hospital back in 1995, because I used to watch it every day at 3 p.m. after school with my mom. But the main villain who had kidnapped the beautiful lady and held her hostage to make her love him, she goes, I hate you. I fucking hate you. And he says, well, hate is a form of passion, and passion can turn to love. That stuck with me for a very long fucking time. time. So if she is sitting there talking shit about her ex, that is still an emotional connection to her ex. I can tell you how many of my girlfriends are like, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. And then the next thing I hear is, yeah, his dick was in my mouth, I love him. I am very guilty of this same sentiment. So be wary of the girls who can't stop talking shit about their ex or having something negative to say. Really, it's just unpacked baggage. Really, it's just baggage that they're toting around and bringing your way for you to deal with. And the last one, this is the number one most toxic sign of all, is that she doesn't make you feel good about yourself. Listen, we're all supposed to feel shitty when it comes to becoming vulnerable and undone and intimate with other people. That's just the name of the game, you know? Our deepest triggers come with intimate partner connections. So I'm not saying she makes you feel bad in that regard. I'm not talking about her exposing untreated wounds, unhealed wounds. I'm talking about she is like, what is the opposite of cheerleader? She is non-supportive. She talks so much shit to you. She's overly critical, always saying nasty things about you, always complaining about you to her everyone. If that girl just genuinely makes you feel shitty most of the time, then don't sit there and hang on to the scraps and breadcrumbs you get every so often. Because when we see you sticking around for scraps and breadcrumbs and we're getting away with all the other awful shit we're doing, then we'll know that all we need to keep you around is scraps and breadcrumbs. That's how dogs live. That's how rats live. Don't be a dog or a rat. I love both. I love animals, but still, that's not a man. But here's the thing I'm gonna tell you right now. When you're an amazing human being, you attract everybody. When you're a great guy, when you're a good guy, when you know how to treat a woman and you're good to yourself and you genuinely care and are capable of love, connection, and intimacy, every woman will want you. Some guys just don't realize that they can filter women out. And I'm telling you, you need to. And that is the very first shift I talk about in my masterclass, the 3 shifts you need to make in order to magnetize the women you truly want. Because I'm telling you, if you're with a woman with any of these qualities, you probably don't actually want her. You probably feel like you need her because you don't have any other options. But once you're able to hone in these 3 shifts that I talk about in this masterclass right here, you will magnetize all the women and have the ability and the freedom to pick and choose which one is truly worthy of you. Because I promise you, not all of them are. So sign up now if you still can. I'm still figuring out how to like finagle the URLs to start charging for it and shit because it's listed everywhere. Anyway, sign up now and watch it while you still can. Check her for these 10 things, and if she's got any of them, basically just fucking run for the hills now while you still can. And thanks for watching as always. I'll see you guys next time.